Welcome to this video. Today I invited Johannes Schmidt to tell us a bit more about the advanced training Understanding Dissociation, a 2x3-day training for therapists, coaches, psychologists, and everybody who has at least a basic knowledge about trauma healing. Dissociation has many layers, and it's not always easy to understand and to deal with it. So Johannes, welcome. And thank you very much to make time to inform us about this training. And before we go more in detail about what we will learn in this training, I'm wondering, why are you so interested in the phenomenon dissociation?
Thank you, Kassa, for inviting me, first of all. And I would like to begin with a very simple example. A person approached me and told me, I have done 10 years of psychotherapy. And I said to her, wow, and what did you get out of it? And she replied, nothing. I have never been there, but the therapist didn't notice it. So this I find a pretty critical statement about our profession and a critical statement about trauma work. When I look at my own development and education, I can say up to this very day, I think my most critical pitfall in psychotherapy is that I may not be able to see, to discern, to identify dissociation. And the greatest area of development in my trauma work is the area of dissociation. Mm-hmm. And I have people coming to my practice who say, I've done therapy, I've done this, I've done that, I've done hypnosis, family constellation, and whatsoever, what's on the market, behavior therapy, analytical therapy. But there's still something that was never touched on and unresolved. Yeah. And then when I look at it from a dissociative point of view, I see that then something starts to move. Yeah. I find working with dissociation advanced therapeutic work, really advanced, and I think it is important to have a basic understanding of trauma and trauma dynamics in order to get the sensitivity and the gentleness and the clarity to work with dissociation. And this is why I think it's very worthwhile to do this training and meet many more people in the field who know about this phenomenon and make themselves familiar with dealing with it. And then you ask, what are we doing in this workshop? Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to do is provide a basic, first of all, the basic orientation and understanding how to approach this subtle and very often covered up reality. And then to understand also theoretically what it is about. Mm-hmm. And then to find an attitude and a discernment, a perception of how to relate to a person in that state, so that the actual interaction with that person does not deepen or enforce a deeper dissociative state. Because dissociation may go very unnoticed. Yeah. And yet it is a considerable impairment of a person's quality of life. I would say I'm desperate to find colleagues who have knowledge and experience in treating or just seeing dissociation so that they can also educate their clients about their inner states, which is very alleviating for them. Yeah. That's all. It's a field that requires also theoretical knowledge. So you will have to read in the workshop or for the workshop and we will work with live demos, and I will do explanations, and then we see. Depends a little bit on the participants where the course takes us to.
Yes. Wow, that seems a lot. And I'm wondering, you are saying there is already literature what we can read before?
Yes, I would say a standard reading is definitely The Haunted Self, the book The Haunted Self from Ono van der Hart and Elliot Ninehouse and Casey Steele. It is for some people difficult to read. So for some, it has been proven useful to start with the second part of the book. And then you will find questions coming up in you, and then you go back to the first part and read the first part.
Okay, interesting. So we start with the second part before we go to the first part.
Reading, yes.
Yeah, reading.
Yeah, because
Okay.
most people can connect more easily to what it explains there.
Okay, thank you for that. And what do we take out of the workshop after those 6 days? What do we take out?
You will see. But I think what you definitely take out a different perspective of human beings.
Yes.
And a different experience of meeting people, and a different experience of how to relate to this miracle or mystery of a dissociative phenomenon.
Yes. So it can be that we will do our work afterwards a little bit different than before.
I think so, definitely, yes.
Yes.
Also your perception will be different then, definitely.
Yeah.
And that your range of people you understand and deal with will be wider than before.
Yeah, I really feel excited and relaxed already when I hear you talking about dissociation and what we will do in the workshop. And what was interesting was that during we were recording this this interview, sometimes there was a little bit like trouble. So I don't know if that's maybe already part of the dissociation, that we don't need to hear everything what you were saying, but we will see how it goes. So thank you very much for informing us. And of course, I understand that you still have some questions, or that you want to have some more practical information. Somewhere around here, you will find my email address, the dates, the price, and all practicalities. And you can always send me an email and I come back to you. And we hope we will see you soon in Belgium. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.